How has learning a new language helped overcome cultural barriers?
I actually like this question very much because I think to learn a new language, you are actually to learn the culture behind the language. For example, I'm learning Cantonese, which is the language of Guangdong province and Hong Kong. Also a very international language because a lot of overseas Chinese, they speak Cantonese instead of Mandarin. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Because the language is so closely connected to the culture. For example, if you want to rent your room, maybe you just put up an ad that is said rent, right? Rent or rent for empty room. Rent for empty room. But if you write that in Cantonese or in Chinese, you will never rent that room again. Do you know why? Because empty room in Cantonese is pronounced as 𝗏𝗏, which means haunted room. Yeah, so when you put up empty room for rent, it means haunted room for rent. Nobody will rent that for you. So actually, Cantonese people or Hong Kong people, they would like to, it's a fortunate room, a lucky room for rent. It means empty room, but it's lucky room. So it's very interesting, right? When I learned, the cultural difference, especially the culture behind the Cantonese, I studied the Cantonese, in a more cultural perspective. So when I try to communicate with the Hong Kong citizens or some overseas Chinese, I try to avoid, those unlucky words. Yeah, what they call unlucky words. Yeah, I try to use fortunate words all the way. Yeah, it makes it very much easier for me to communicate with them.